sophism, false arguments to persuade people. It can also be used to show that you are a very good speaker and your mind is very quick.
That would be inconceivable.
If you're starving and somebody throw you a cracker, you're gonna be like this. God damn, that's the cracker that ate my life. That ain't no regular cracker, was it?
If the heart is not great, then he cannot be great. But if the heart is great, that man remains great under all circumstances, rich or poor, large or small. So it is the heart that makes one large or small.
They're confronted with what I am, inside and out, as honest as I can be. In this way, they have to see things about themselves, immediately.
If you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, and you ain't black.
They want to own your phone instead of you.
You have a lot of possessions, a lot of money in the bank.
Position make you rich? I don't have that type of richness. My richness is life, forever.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to some more Super Jimmo Fix-Its.
Until the president says, Mr. Farrakhan, we must sit down and talk. Then all the black folk that didn't want to talk to me before, it's all right now because we white folk give you permission.
That would be inconceivable.
Till then, may each of you live as long as you want and never want as long as you live. May each of you live to be 100 and me 100, but minus a day.
15 days to stop the spread.
The vaccine, 95% effective.
When the seagulls follow the trawler, it's because they think sardines will be thrown into the sea.
I was never afraid of anything. I was never afraid of anybody, and today's the same way. I'm not afraid of anything. I'm not afraid of anybody. You're going to hear from me.
With a smile on your face.
Yes,
right?
I always smile.
I hate the way they portray us in the media. If you see a black family, it says they're looting. See a white family, it says they're looking for food.
This is the time for this House, not just this government or indeed this Prime Minister, but for this House to give a lead. To show that we will stand up for what we know to be right.
That would be inconceivable.
Because that's what Americans do now. They're always willing to trade away a little of their freedom in exchange for the feeling, the illusion of security. What we have now is a completely neurotic population obsessed with security and safety and crime and drugs and cleanliness and hygiene and germs. There's another thing, germs. Where did this sudden fear of germs come from?
Exercise patience with yourself first, so you can forgive yourself for all the dumb things you do. And once you do, you can learn from that so you don't have to repeat them. And then exercise patience with your children, please. I pray that someone will hear that in this book and learn to be a little kinder.
The media is fake. The media is really the word, I think one of the greatest of all terms I've come up with is fake. I guess other people have used it perhaps over the years, but I've never noticed it.
That would be inconceivable.
Now you put water into a cup, it becomes the cup. You put water into a bottle, it becomes the bottle. You put it in a teapot, it becomes the teapot. Now water can flow or it can crash. Be water, my friend.
We have confidence in the victory of good over evil. Fight the real enemy.
Time itself becomes an ally of the primitive forces of social stagnation. So we must help time. We must realize that the time is always right to do right.
That would be inconceivable.
Happens to the best of us. Don't ever forget what happened to that French actor. You know what I'm talking about? Juicy Smouillet is a very famous French actor. Y'all never heard of Juicy Smoothie?
Like us too much. You know, this is my experience from having to rent rooms, you know. I had so much. At that time, you read the newspapers in England. House for rent, no coloreds, no dogs, and all this. That annoyed me a lot. And I had many students, you know, so at my student days in England, I started to be aware of having to be an African. But we had nothing to offer as Africans because we were all just taught English.
Associate, if you happen to have blonde hair, you know, naturally or not naturally, however, or if you're not out of shape in some way, you're absolutely dumb. I mean, you're considered dumb. I don't know why that is. I think it's a very limited view.
That isn't true, I'm sure.
Well, I mean, it doesn't matter what the person, what they look like, what color hair they have.
That would be inconceivable.
Dance to our own tune, and not a dance to the Kissinger tune. And we are happy that if we have danced, we have remained constant. Our step has been always that there must be a transfer of power to the people of Zimbabwe as such.
And hey, I'm black and I'm proud, but I really don't want to have to say I'm black and you have to say you're white. I want to say that we're people and that we're brothers and we got the same fight. But now if you step on my toe, then I got to defend myself as a man. Same thing you would have to do.
My face softly made up and my fair hair gently waved. The Iron Lady of the Western world.
Raise a child, they say, well, I am provided with food, clothing, and shelter. That's not raising a child, that's maintaining one. To raise a child, you need a parental coalition of a man and a woman. We have sons who are, by not having a father in the home, they don't know how to respect women. They take on the black feminine female emotionalism. They're doubtful, they're indecisive, they can't make a decision. They don't know what to do about being a man because we can't teach them that. We don't have that knowledge.
That would be inconceivable.
This is the new normal.
Perfect. Do you have some idea with that?
Proof of vaccination is now required for everything from restaurants and gyms to theaters and concerts.
If I wasn't able to explain myself the way that I can, and y'all wouldn't have believed the hype. Y'all would have believed the hype. Y'all would have said he crazy. He just like all the gatekeepers say. And that's what they do with a lot of us. Remember, Dave Chappelle was just crazy, allegedly, a few years ago. Remember?
Everything that you see in Black America in 2021 has an origin. It has history. And if you're only going to deal with the symptoms and not the cause, see, that's like a doctor only wanting to give you some medication for your symptoms. Like, look, doc, eventually we got to get to what's really ailing me. If you only want to give me medicine to help me deal with the symptoms, but eventually you never want to address the cause, then what? I need to seek me another doctor. Because eventually you're going to have to address the cause.
That would be inconceivable.